What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Girl Talk with Goddess. How's everybody doing this weekend? Hey, Truth.
What's goody?
Sorry I'm a little late. I had to stop and pick up a bottle of Remy for Truth for his birthday. I put it on blast.
Appreciate.
I like, I like to be the first one to let everybody know he turned older
Yeah,
on
man, I
Wednesday.
don't look it though, so I'm good.
He doesn't.
I'll be 46 on Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah, still look like I'm in my 30s.
Oh
so
my
I'm
god.
good.
Yeah, he really doesn't. He does not look like he's 46. I can only hope and pray that when I get to my 40s, I still look as good as all of my friends. I can't believe that I've got friends in my 50s and you would never think. But you met my mother. You saw my mother.
Yeah. Mom's cool as hell.
My mother is 76.
Wow.
Does she look like
Absolutely not. Holy shit, nah.
Yes. So God bless my mother. I can only look. It's in the genes. My mother looked good. I only hope that I look just as good when I'm her age.
No, I feel you, because if you would have told me that, I would have never,
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, my mom is
Mom's
up
look
there.
like she in her late 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Cool as hell, too, yeah.
She up there. She just got her brand new Lexus yesterday.
Rich people shit, but go ahead.
Her lease was up, so she sent me a picture of the Lexus, and the last two Lexus have been white, so now she got a little gray one. It's cute. It's only gonna have about 80 miles on it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about, people with leases and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if you're, like, your mom, she's not like all the time driver.
Right.
So that's what it benefits. But for those individuals who want to drive all the time,
Mm-hmm.
stay away.
My little sister has a lease.
Thank
I
you,
don't know-
Prodigy. Thank you.
I don't know how she does it. I'd be highly upset if I had to pay for extra mileage and all that other bullshit for this.
Yeah.
I'll just drive my mother van that's sitting outside.
When you go, that's what I want to ask you. When you go upgrade? Or you got, like,
No,
used to the minivan type life?
Listen, I hate it. You know what I want though? I'm going from one extreme to the next. Like I've always been a truck girl. My very first car was a truck, and every car except for my Mazda 6 has been some type of bigger car. But I actually, for whatever reason, get like a tickle in my vagina every fucking time I see a Dodge Charger.
Them shits is a beast.
Yo, I
And
want.
they built like muscles, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's probably why.
Yo, I don't know what it is. But I want a Dodge Charger. I want a cherry red Dodge Charger. And my kids are like, well, where are you going to put all the rest of the kids? Here's the thing.
Real talk.
Alicia will be 17 in October. She'll be ready to get her license. She already has a car. That's already set. So she can take the kids all over the place, and I'm going to get my Dodge Charger.
Absolutely not. She ain't having that. But I feel you for having hope alive. I don't see her rocking with that, but
Yo, look, I offered to give Lily the van. Like, you want the van? And she was like, no, Mom. She goes, I don't want to fall into the stereotypes of Spanish people in vans and all this other stuff. I'm like, well, I'm not Spanish, and I have a van. And she's like, well, Jewish people drive vans a lot, too. I'm like, well, I'm not Jewish either. She goes, well, you got a bunch of kids just like the two people, so I don't want to fall into that stereotype. And I was like, damn, Alicia, thank you. I love you.
wow.
So, but I'm done with the whole van. I don't like it. I'm gonna upgrade
it
soon.
fits perfectly a situation because, some of your kids are, kind of grown. You do have a new 2 bushels.
Yeah.
And then you have Paris. So, I mean, she's 10, but she's not a baby. But,
Mm-hmm.
she's still kind of young. And then
Mhm.
everybody else is, 13, 14.
Yeah,
and,
they all up there.
So they're all up there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe you don't need to. But, like, I mean, just think about it this way. Like,
The van.
you went on that family vacation before. Imagine trying to do that family vacation with a Charger instead of, having the the whip that you have now.
Yes. You know what? I thought about that, and I said to myself, it's a good damn thing I'm not taking any more family vacations.
Okay,
Yeah, that one.
that was it.
That one that cost me 11 grand. That's it.
But
That-
that,
that
was
better-
that was a good 11 grand. though.
Listen, that better be the only vacation my kids expect from me at all ever.
Now,
Because,
you got 2 young ones that ain't experienced it, so you gotta go back.
Oh shit. Well, no, Cairo was at Disney.
Oh, he was. He don't remember it though, so you
he
gotta go back.
He was only 3 months old. 3 4
Oh,
months.
definitely
we
got to
went
go
to
back.
Disney.
But the
Yeah.
good thing about that is everybody will be working, so it's not like, it'll be that I guess financially burden on you yourself.
Well,
You should be getting help.
I don't know if Alicia is going back to work. Chuck E. Cheese is closing for good.
Oh, they're right. It's over.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is closing for good. She got an email from the company, and I tell you what, and I tell you guys no lie, my daughter worked 2 days for Chuck E. Cheese. Two. She got set straight with the COVID disaster fund and unemployment. She got lucky as hell. She was only employed for 2 days.
Bank, bank.
So I told her, I said, look, live out this unemployment for like the next 3 years, which I think they're giving everybody now.
Nah, 10 months.
Oh, it's 10 months?
10 months.
Okay, I said, live out this unemployment for your little, whatever duration it is. And then by the time you're ready, because she's not going to have to work to be able to maintain a car and everything else right
To
away.
be careful though, because they're trying to change the 10 months.
Really?
So hopefully, for her sake, they won't. But right now, her getting another job won't pay her as much as what she's collecting now.
Okay.
So definitely tell her to kick her feet up. But
Yes.
one day you need to bring her. She needs to start investing like a business or something like herself, something she wants to start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that she's into.
Yeah.
This would be the great time to invest in something like that.
I'm stuck at stuff like that. If you want to have that talk with her,
That's what I told you. Bring her
yeah,
in.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. I like
'Cause
business.
then you still have
and-
that other situation that's coming in the works.
Yes.
That's
as well.
that there. So
That as
it'll
well.
be great. Find out like what she likes or whatever.
Yeah.
Something she can create that'll get her some kind of financial stability.
Mhm.
Because it'd be good. Like this situation can set a lot of people for life.
Yeah, it can. It can.
If you want to like start selling charms or whatever it is, your own little style on it. Places like eBay and Amazon is for you,
Mhm.
for small business owners.
Right. Yeah.
And like, she get that LLC, she get a bank account for the business.
Yeah.
Tax write-off city, girl.
See that? And I thought I was good because I got my letter that I will no longer have to pay new taxes anymore.
Nice.
because I had my 10th child. It is true. Pump out them
So
babies.
because you had 10th kid, you don't have to pay taxes no more.
I'm ineligible. I no longer have to pay taxes. Nope.
Did you give that to your occupation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As long as you gotta send that to everybody. Anything you get in finances from, you gotta send it to,
Yes.
so they know not to.
They
Man, you
sent
still
me
young.
the letter from
I'm
the
saying, yeah, you
IRS.
still young, girl. You better rock that shit forever.
And it's also a good thing for me because lately I've been thinking to myself, like, once my daughter graduates high school, I think I want to move to like a completely different state.
A lot of people's doing that.
Yeah, I want to get out of Jersey.
Well, I mean, you think about it from this standpoint.
Excuse me.
If you could take what you're already paying in rent, cut it in half, and then add more space in a better overall area,
Mhm.
who wouldn't jump at that?
I want to give my kids an opportunity for more land, bigger space, their own room. My daughter is the only one that has her own room in my apartment besides me. The other kids are all on,
Well, she grown, so
bunk beds and everything else.
Appreciate it, Craig. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Craig. So, like to be able to, I want to go south, for that, for the cheaper rent, the.
Well, I mean, you gotta go to the right. It's not just what you want to do is you want to be able to maintain your occupational pay,
Mhm.
but not have to put that much money into a mortgage.
Right.
So if you could cut that in half and then get the big space,
Mhm.
the yard and all that,
Mhm.
shit, start running.
Yeah, I was looking into Matthews, North Carolina.
I don't know about that, but you just might as well stay here.
Why?
I don't know. North Carolina's turning the hood as shit for some reason. man.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of places in not saying all places in North Carolina, but a lot of places is turning hood as shit. If you're gonna go to Atlanta, yeah.
Everybody in Atlanta is gay.
Not everybody. You'll have your pickings.
Or they're married and they're
Well, I'm
pretending
sorry,
that
no,
they're not
'cause
gay.
women out there struggling, but
Yo, you know what?
Because all the dudes want the dudes, so the
Yes.
women are struggling.
And that's why 5-6 women to one man, and then that one man is sleeping with another
Craig
man.
said you need a mansion for all those kids.
I do. That's the reason why I got to get up out of Jersey.
Well,
I'm not ever going to be able
I
to.
would say this. You can even move to Pennsylvania and cut it in half.
That's what my brother did. Here's the thing. When we all get to a certain age, we're given a certain amount of money to be able to do what we want to do with it. My brother got property built in Pennsylvania. My little sister is doing Clearwater, Florida, because that's what she prefers, that area. And I want to do North Carolina because that's where a lot of his family is, my boyfriend's family, his mother.
Ain't got nothing to do with you, but God.
No, but, like...
That's what video chat for. Keep going. I wish you fucking would do that shit.
Oh my gosh, why?
Be stuck right where the fuck you at.
Well, they're about 20 miles from where I'm looking at.
Yeah, absolutely not. But God.
I just figured, the kids be
you
close.
Asking for it already.
Family. My sister is leaving. My brother has left already.
I understand that, but it's like you secluding yourself. You don't know nobody down there.
I know.
So
but that's also a good thing, too, because you get a fresh start.
Yeah, all right. If you do all that, you might as well move to a place where both of y'all ain't got nobody.
Okay, that works. Well, we had the conversation, and he asked me, he said, do you know anybody down there? And I said, no. And,
I mean, listen, if it can work out, I feel you. I don't see any situation like that working out. Because, like, as much as you, like, you have a lot of kids, so maybe that family oriented may not be good, but eventually you're still going to want to see your family, even if it's once a year or whatever.
Right.
So as long as if you can still accomplish something, it should be good.
My mom is wanting to move back to where she was born and raised, which is Defuniak Springs, Florida.
Okay.
Which is right on the borderline of Alabama.
Fuck
like,
that.
Everybody is leaving south.
Yeah, you have to,
and I'm going to be the only one here.
Craig says my father down in Georgia, and his property is dumb cheap. Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I would say, weigh the area. It's all about overall, like, is the community you're moving in safe? Is the school system good? Because your kids will be coming into school.
Yeah.
So, as long as you can find a good, move there. But as long as you can find a good, safe area where not too much craziness happens, it's a tight-knit community, and the school system is good, knock yourself out.
Go for it.
But again, in the meantime, it's like, all right, where you going to be working? And are there jobs available where I'm working? Because a lot of people move to someplace and ain't no jobs there. So if you can find something, what up, Tone?
Hey,
if
Tony.
you can find something where you can be employed, he could be employed, good schools, and a good community, knock yourself out.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
But if you can't find those things, now.
In October, the weekend of the 16th, I'm looking to fly out to North Carolina to start looking at places to put property. And I'll be out there between those 3 days, and that's when I'll
appreciate it, Tone. Yes, it's actually Wednesday, but thank you everyone for giving me an early Born Day shout out. Thank you.
See what happens.
Tone said he's been telling you to come to the Metro Georgia area.
Yeah, he has been for a long time.
It's again like what I tell you is like you already have a career that pays a good amount of money. You don't want to start over.
No.
So it's about maintaining your financial stability, not losing it overall. So again, what kind of job can you get, and what kind of job can he get that would help solidify the household where no one has to struggle? It's always good to bring extra money in, but if y'all bringing that extra money in and y'all not really spending it out, imagine all the great trips and things y'all can have on top of that.
Right.
Instead of going to an area, you got this degree in history, but you working at McDonald's type shit. You know what I mean? So
no, I get it. Me, I'm in nursing, and
that's what I'm saying. It has to be something in your field available down there. The land, the nice big house, a great area, great school system, and then all right, so where you're gonna work at?
Right. He does armored security.
Oh, so he's good though. As long as he has his so he's He's certified to carry a firearm.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, so you know what would be good for his situation?
What?
The fact that he has that in New York City, which is one of the hardest places
Mm-hmm.
to get a firearm
Mm-hmm.
certification,
Mm-hmm.
he'll be able to go anywhere, hands down, get it.
Good. Good.
Tone says tons of hospitals and healthcare centers down here. You'll find something easy. Craig says down south, your kids are coming in honor rolls. Yes, it's good to see. The school systems down south is so much better.
I believe that.
So much better.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason, like, to me, being in the Teaneck area, the fact of bringing my son there and the fact that his grades shot up because their school system is just so much better than Patterson. There's no disrespect to anybody in Patterson, but the school system in Teaneck is just way better.
Mm-hmm. Listen, my sister's boyfriend is born, raised, grew up in Patterson. When she told me that he graduated with honors, I knew that they just be handing them shits out to motherfuckers.
That's fucked up.
Especially if he was able to graduate with honors.
That's fucked up. He cool as hell, man. I'm gonna let you talk about a dude like that.
Oh yeah, you met Rocky.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you talk about a dude like that. That's fucked up.
Shout out to Rocky Tacoma. But when she told me he graduated from Patterson with honors, I was like, oh, they must just be giving these motherfucking awards out. These honors awards.
Well, Craig said he could be doing club security. They pay mad money.
Yeah.
That is true, yo. Real talk. That is.
He does that out here on the side.
Yeah. You could do it. Like I said, the fact that you have a firearm certificate in New York City, which is, again, so hard to get in New York City. The fact that you can go down south, he's making hell of money.
Yeah.
And that, would be phenomenal because you have clubs every night of the week.
Yeah.
If he works at night, come home, you work in the day, kids come home from school, y'all feed off each other. That's cool.
Yeah.
You already know Crip ain't moving, though. I just want to let you know that.
No, yeah, that's why I said
know
2
she
years.
ain't doing that shit.
Listen, Alicia already told me she moving out when she turned 18, and I believe her. And
Crip ain't moving down there.
She'll be 17, and this October, she'll be a senior in high school when she's 18.
Yeah.
So I know she'll be ready to either...
Crip ain't moving.
I know. That's why I say 2 years. I'm giving it 2 years. I've talked to my kids about it. I've set the deadline. We know when it is and how it's going to be. Alicia will be graduated, and my son will be graduating the following year, but in a different state. And then my other daughter
coming right back up here. Don't worry.
Nah. All right, guys. So let's get to the topics. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My daughter just texted me and I saw her face come across the phone. All right. So another busy week on Facebook with all of the hatred and shit. I have gained one of the largest respects for people in general. Like, it's amazing how we underestimate everything that we do in a public setting, being able to get to so many different people. So many. When I had my topic up last week about S. Barber, it flew around everywhere. It was found on YouTube, which I felt really bad about because, like, after a while, damn. But the one from this week was from a Jacqueline Deluca, and for a little while, everybody thought she was from Norway. I actually spoke to her neighbor, which happens to be my friend on Facebook. Shout out to Justin Natal, who told me a little bit about the girl and, what was going on.
What is she? Because that's a big confusion. Is she white or is she Latin?
She is Italian and Puerto Rican mix.
She's black.
And her baby's father is African American.
Okay.
She has a daughter that's half black.
Oh, she must not like his ass, but go ahead.
Listen, I said, I don't know if maybe he missed the child support payment. And, like, this was her way of just, like, blowing the hell up. I've been in situations where I've been like, yo, that fucking motherfucking Puerto Rican. Talking about my other baby father. But I would never take to any type of social media and go off the way this lady did. Like, there's absolutely no way. So I have the clip of that, and I want everybody to see it. It made World Star. It made
She
YouTube.
went. Oh, I've seen so many people like this one guy who does a lot of pieces. The way he does it, it's so strategic. He even did it on her, and I was like, wow, now she's really big time.
Yeah. Yo, she ended up getting fired from her job at Party City.
I'm like, this bitch talking shit working at Party City.
Party City.
I'm like, bitch, go sit down.
Yo,
No disrespect to anybody that works there, but like, she was talking like she was working at like Gucci and the sales rep and shit like that. But you know,
yeah, she
You
went
ready?
off. So let's show the everybody who hasn't seen it what she said.
Fucking black people. I fucking hate black people, bro. You know why? Just now, a fucking nigger, ran the fucking stoplight and looked at me like it was my motherfucking fault. Fuck all you Black Lives Matter fucking people. I don't give a fuck. Because y'all niggas want to make it seem like it's our fault or the white man or whatever the fuck it is. Bro, like I don't give a fuck. Kill them all, bro. Kill them the fuck all.
All right, yo, you know what? When she was saying the word "fuck," she reminded me a little bit of what's her name, Rosie Perez.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I do like the how hard the fuck was.
You could tell she meant it though. Like she was really feeling some type of way, but
I would have thrown her Facebook information up. However, she took her page down
Did she?
completely. Her page is completely.
no, she deleted the entire
the,
thing
the entire page is gone.
because like so many people trolled her.
Oh my god,
Not just you.
it was sad.
There was so many people went in on her.
It was
They were
sad.
sharing the video. They were sharing the page.
Yeah,
She definitely got about a good what? This happened about Wednesday, Thursday.
it happened on Thursday.
All right, so I guarantee she got about 50 million views worldwide
Yeah, yeah.
off of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I would delete my page.
What? I wouldn't even want to go outside in fear of somebody knowing who. Her face is everywhere. When I checked World Star last, it had
I agree with you, Craig.
11,000 views.
Yeah.
111,000 on World Star.
Right.
And YouTube had her at, I think, 76,000 views. These are people, you don't know who they are, which scares me a lot, but it also makes me feel good about myself, too. But anyway, these are people that you don't know who they are, that are someplace looking at you and judging you and has an issue with you now. Was it all worth it at the end of the day? But she said kill them all. And I tell you what, she also, and I hate to say this, nigger. Like she didn't say nigga. She was saying nigga towards the end. She specified the ER. I hate niggers. Some of the comments on her post before she took the live feed down, because you know I be up on it right as the live feed is going through. I already got people that are hitting me up. Shout out to Whitney Hernandez. She tagged me in it right away as soon as she saw. I got people that were hitting me up in my inbox when the very next day she put an apology up for everybody to see.
Oh, she did?
Oh yeah, I shared it to my page, but she ended up taking that down. She deleted the apology because that had over 2 million shares on her apology, and her apology was bullshit. You know, to be honest with you, it didn't make any sense at all.
Craig says the sad thing is she don't know where she comes from.
Nope,
The
not
fact
at all.
that, you know, she's Italian and Puerto Rican. I would say to me, obviously, you could tell this young lady had a very hard day. I'm talking about a day from hell. You know, because, you know, the guy that I was telling you about, he went so deep into her page that he was saying that he knew that she followed black music.
Yeah,
The way she posts and the comic, he was strategic in her page.
yeah.
You know, it just goes to show like she had a bad fucking day, and unfortunately, she decided to do it live where this is the wrong time to go on and do I hate black people thing.
It really is. It's not
You
time,
know,
guys. Not time.
not to get on my man Tone, but the guy that just got shot in Atlanta last night got shot in the back and killed. They immediately fired a police officer about an hour ago.
Wait a minute. Somebody else done got killed by the police. Is all it is?
Yeah,
I almost got pulled over, and when the cop seen my face was brown, he let me go.
that's how you do it.
I had a whole blunt in my hand driving. He looked dead at me, and that cop knew that he scared me. You know, but I was more scared because, goddamn it, I know he just seen this in my hand. He looked at me, I looked at him, he gave me a head nod, and he let me go. And I'm in Elmwood Park.
Yeah, that's the worst place.
Elmwood Park, guys, of all places, he seen me smoking my left hand out the window in Elmwood Park and gave me a head nod and let me go.
Buy that man a drink next time.
People are still getting shot or even fucked with by police?
Yeah, he was asleep in his car. A struggle commenced. They tased him. He got up. He started running off, and he got shot in the back and killed. And they, like I said, it happened last night, and they just fired the police officer about an hour ago. And then I think the chief stepped down, some other shit, whatever. But it's not the right time to bash anything as far as black. Like there was a couple of people who lost their jobs. This young lady's lost her job. She has a child. Now, how you gonna support your child? Because you're not gonna be able to collect unemployment. Not for that.
No. Listen.
Not for that.
Her baby's father, again, just like my story from last week, her baby father is a black guy. So she must hate her kid.
I think, unfortunately, what we talk about on your show time and time and time again, when it's over, it's over. And you would want to end to where you guys could be cordial, if not friends. But you don't want to get to part to where there's pure hatred.
Yeah. And
in her instance, if her pure hatred is towards the father of her child, then, especially because it sounds like it's a guy who wants to be around, or maybe he left, I don't know. But, you're taking that anger and you're shooting it to a place where it shouldn't be, and you're putting the entire culture in that window with the gentleman that you're the child with. So it ain't come from someone cut her off. He probably gave her attitude, or somebody did, and then the fact that black person cut her off, that was the straw that breaks the camel's back, and she decided to go on live and do it. And that's why I tell people, like, a lot of times you gotta slow yourself down and think about it before you take it to that level to where you can't come back from. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly where she went. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think they called her Karen because they knew she wasn't pure white.
Right.
But it just was sad.
Yeah. I feel like this girl from Union City didn't get child support. That would be one of the only reasons why I would ever go off like that. But I would never hate a whole group of
But
people.
that's the thing. Like, that individual didn't pay you child support. Again, blame yourself for letting some lame-ass niggas shoot up the club.
Listen, I have a half-white son. I'm not fond of white people. I'm being honest. Never have been. But I have a half-white son, so I tolerate them. I'm not fond of white people because of what, I'm not racist, but I'm just not. I don't.
You
trust
are
them.
racist.
I am not a racist.
Every person is racist. I don't know why people understand. It is true. It's true. That's what I tell people all the time. Oh, you did this because I'm black. We're racist. It is what it is. It's what we were taught. But you have some that can stand above that and be like, yo, I was a fucking dumbass. Why the fuck did I do that type situations? But we are. It just is what it is. Yeah, you wind up having a child with one, but at the end of the day, you've had experience with other white people that made you feel some type of way. Mm-hmm. Tone says, he also goes on, yeah, Tone, I agree with you. So to take it further, the fact that NASCAR decided to take out the Confederate flag, and then you had one of the NASCAR drivers quit. And the funny thing about it is this guy's never won ever.
They said they had to Google to find out who he
Yeah,
was.
the fact that he was. I was like,
Was that real? That they really had to Google?
yeah,
to
you
find-
know, they sir, he's never won ever. Now he posed to a certain extent to where he does have sponsorship, but he's never succeeded in anything as far as winning wise. You don't drive just to drive. You drive because you want to win. You want to, the better you place, the more money endorsements you can get. But it just goes to show you how this is really, for one time in a gazillion years, it's starting to really catch track to where it's starting to affect. You're talking about the whitest thing in the world, NASCAR, rednecks, and they're telling you can't have that Confederate flag anymore.
Yeah. Listen,
Times is changing.
Tony put up a post on Facebook that I liked. Basically it was a neo-Nazi flag, and then underneath it was a Confederate flag.
Right,
They
it
said
meant the same thing.
Right, basically saying that this representation is hurtful to Jews, like this Confederate flag is hurtful to blacks. I like this post.
I like it. I just, I just cringe when they compared it to, because, like, y'all know me. That shit ain't happened on American soil, and them motherfuckers still got reparations.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't happened on American soil.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a tragic. And Craig, let us know again. Black Americans are from North America, not from Africa. That's true. Here's what I have to explain to people. Like, we're so far from African descent.
Yeah.
Because of the mixing of the pool and the genes and stuff, and we can't consider ourselves African American. Mm-hmm. We're not. We're American. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But I think this young lady had a bad day, but she will remember that bad day for the rest of her life. Because when someone posts, like, the little boy who put a gun to the black boy's head while he's kneeling and they're laughing. There was another guy who did it in the yard. He got fired. Like, they're not fucking playing
now. They're firing the two white guys in Jersey when they were doing a protest, and one of them had his knee on the other guy.
Yeah, they got fired. The guy who did the blackface got fired. They're the cop, they're not playing.
They're not playing around now.
This is the wrong time.
Listen.
To do something like that.
I suggest if you're going to take to social media with it, anything, you think about it. I almost got put in Facebook jail yesterday for 30 days for sharing this girl's post. Because it was like me spreading hate. But I'm like, I disputed it.
It's awareness. Yeah, it's awareness.
This is the first time I ever disputed anything. Like, I throw a picture of a dick up on Facebook. I'll take these 30 days. Hands behind my back like I did it. But you're not finna throw me in jail for 30 days on Facebook when I'm sharing with half of everybody else on Facebook.
Yeah, you would have to shut the entire Facebook down.
I said, look how many views this video has, and you're gonna put me in jail? So they took me out.
Well, I mean,
but I almost got put right back in jail yesterday or the day before.
I got you, Craig. Craig said, "Nah, our ancestors are from here." And you're right. I again, this young lady destroyed your career. Fuck a job. You destroyed your career. Your face is everywhere. You would have to move to Canada. Like, who's gonna hire her?
I want to be famous like that, but not for that reason.
Right, I'm saying, like, who would hire this young lady? With so many businesses closing, like you just talked about.
Chuck E. Cheese.
This major corporation franchise, Chuck E. Cheese is done.
Yeah.
They're done. A lot of other stuff. Michele said she almost went to jail, Facebook jail too.
Oh yeah, they're not playing around with.
Well, I mean, the thing about it, the bad thing about, again, you didn't originate it. You're spreading the word out about someone that's hating. You're not spreading the hate. It's not like you went on top of it and commented and kill this young lady. Here's her address type stuff.
I did hop in her inbox.
I mean, that's the...
But she never even checked the message. She was probably getting so many inbox messages that...
By the time she got home, I guarantee you it's like one of those, oh, shit, I done fucked up moments.
Look, her face is everywhere. It's already too late. Her profile picture, I didn't even give it to you to put up here. because everybody has seen it. They know the name. Jacqueline Deluca is gonna be everywhere. She's right in Union City.
Michelle, get a right name, get a middle name too.
Oh, Jacqueline Michelle Deluca.
There you go.
She's right in Union City. She used to work at the Party City right there as you're coming off of Bergen Line.
I don't know what she gonna do for jobs now, cause ain't nobody gonna hire her.
Nobody.
Let's go. Michelle also says other cops accidentally. Michelle says she almost got into Facebook jail when she commented a post where it was saying that a man accidentally got raped by cops in France.
Oh yeah, I shared that post too.
Yeah, she almost got in Facebook jail for that. Craig says most of them big businesses are not going back to those offices. And also, Prodigy said, don't forget Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks is closing a lot of stores. I don't know if they're closing because of the bad business or because, remember, with the Starbucks situation right now, is they wanted to force people to wear their Black Lives Matter shirt instead of the ones that the other black people wanted to wear.
Right.
And that caused a lot of a big uproar with that situation.
Right. I mean, I spoke to a friend of mine. Shout out to Sheena Haydell. She's been at Starbucks 20 years, black lady.
Nice.
I asked her what she thought about it, if she thought it was going to be bad for business. She said it probably would have at one point, but the majority of the Starbucks employees that she has are white. You know, a couple of them, she said, are with the movement, but where she is, in Baltimore, Maryland, you know, they're more hood than anything else. And to her, she would have gotten full support from all of her staff.
Well, I mean, see, that's where, you know, I guess the big issue problem or the debate is always going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for those, you're forcing someone who doesn't believe in that to believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a corporate, so it's a uniform. If you got to wear it, you got to wear it to a certain extent. But I don't. This COVID-19, we won't. Our kids will still be feeling the effect of it.
Oh yeah. Things aren't
So
ever
for
gonna
those individuals who have a job, you just don't know how good you got it.
Right.
Now, I understand we bitch and moan about those people who are making as much as we do or making more than us, and we still have to go to work. But what I want you to remember is this is going to stop soon. That unemployment is going to end.
Yeah.
And once that unemployment ends and you're unable to find a job, that's when it's going to be painful. So imagine this way, if you don't have a job, let's say 1 million people don't have a job, and then eventually they're going to get kicked off of unemployment, you got 1 million people looking for about 20,000 jobs.
Yeah.
Somebody going to get left out.
A lot of people. So that's my take on this. Shout out to her. She gets, I don't have like a jackass of the week or anything, but this bitch, this woman, I don't really like to use the B word, but this chick.
She got an IG page. She deleted that too.
You know what? I could not find anything on
She
IG.
deleted everything then. She deleted her whole social media.
I would have deleted it as soon as I first started getting shares off of that live feed.
What are you trying to post, Tone? If anything, text it to me or text it to Goddess, and I'll put it up real quick. I'm not sure what picture you're trying to show us, but text it. I'll get it up while we're on air.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing with her. I just wanted to talk on that real quick. There's going to be another jackass. Like, right before this crazy chick, I was going to talk about a guy from Patterson that's boosting people for $30 UGG slippers, but I don't have the energy to put somebody that's got to steal $30 from people from Patterson. So,
well, you got to be careful when you buy shit from anyway. Like, this is why I always tell people, you always buy shit through a third party, like PayPal or Cash App, where you can dispute it, especially PayPal.
Right.
You can challenge the mother for they'll hold that shit up, boy.
Yeah.
PayPal don't play. You know what I mean? That's why, like, situations like that, it's good to have those cards.
I came across a guy that does this, the whole sneaker thing on Instagram. And he's got a pair of sneakers listed for $200 that I've been trying to find everywhere, and they're like up in the threes. Pair of Christian Dior's. I'm going to get those sneakers. I'm just afraid to send this man my $200 because what if I don't ever see my Christian Dior sneakers?
Yeah, Craig said COVID-19 is fake. A lot of people say
it is.
I would tell you this.
Shit.
Again, Make him take it through PayPal, or is he the person selling? Is he from the tri-state area?
Nope.
Oh well, I was
He's-
about to say.
He's from Oklahoma City.
I was about to say, let him send it up and you can have it appraised and then whatever.
I mean, he does all his transactions. I just sent you the post from Tony. He does all of his transactions through PayPal. So if you're telling me that PayPal will dispute it, then I guess I'll do it when I get back home. I really want to order these sneakers. I'm on that type of time. I haven't ever had a pair of Christian Dior's. But yeah, Tony also did share that post that I just sent you. And I saw that on his page. And it's crazy how the girl who did this wasn't thrown in Facebook jail. Tony reported it, and her post is still up there. They picking and choosing who they want to mess with on Facebook.
Well, I mean, we also got to remember, like, controversy and hate is money. Like, I don't think people remember, like, when Facebook, at one point, Facebook was going to try to charge people to be on there. And then they took it away because it was going to be like $15 a month, some shit like that.
MySpace.
But no. But it just more aligns what they decided to do is they started to put all these fucking commercials in the shit now.
Yeah.
So now you're watching something that's over a certain amount of time, and next thing you know, you get hit with a 15-second commercial. Like, you're forcing me to watch this commercial.
There was a movie back in the day. Hopefully Prodigy remembers the name of it. I have been trying to think about what the name of this movie is forever. But it's old school. He put on a pair of sunglasses, and when he put the sunglasses on, he could see all the hidden messages. Like, obey, walk this way. I forget the name of it, but the guy.
Yeah, it's a white guy. They were creatures and shit. Damn it.
Yeah, like robot. Like
they weren't robot. They were creatures.
Oh, listen. Whoever it was, he can see them. He put the sunglasses on, and he can see them as different people. And they're all reading these subliminal messages everywhere that you can only see with the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember. And the lead man of the movie is a former he's a former wrestler or something like that.
Yeah, he was. Roddy Piper.
Okay, so if anybody knows the name of that movie,
I'm about to get it for you a second. I'm just putting this this thing up for Tone. Just let me know when you're ready for it.
That was whenever you're ready, whenever you can get it up there. But that was I asked people on Facebook if they ever heard of the movie. Nobody knew who it was. So this was just sent by Tony, and this was somebody on his page. I'm assuming. Let me take a look at the message. It was somebody on his page, in a group, and it's written time after time after time. Fuck Black Lives. Fuck Black Lives. It was reported. And the message to the right, is saying, Facebook, we didn't take down the comment. It says, it was reviewed, and the comment that you reported and found that it didn't go against their community standards.
They Live is a movie.
Okay, yes, They Live. Yo, if you guys have never seen that movie, They Live.
Prodigy put it in there, too.
Oh, she did? I figured she would know all her fucking ass.
Yeah, she beat me to it.
Yeah. All she do is sit at home and watch movies. So I figured she would know. I'm surprised. You ain't see when I put it up on Facebook to ask people where it's from?
Nah. I comment, I share, but I always want to, like, hear it for the first time during your show.
Yeah.
So this person put up
several disrespect, and when it was reported that it did not go against Facebook community standards. When I just did a bid in Facebook in jail for 30 days, it was because I shared a Facebook Tumblr of Donald Trump getting hit in the face with a bunch of dicks. Now, that was the Tumblr
that was funny as hell. Like a front.
Facebook was spreading around.
Now, Scanners was something else, Craig.
I've showed it to, it was shared by
a lot of people shared it. It went. I think for you, it just was a straw that broke the camel's back. They've been trying to get you for a while.
Yeah. That was like my nighttime. And every time you go to Facebook jail, you see what you did every time. And every time you try to log on to Facebook, the first thing that pops up are all your violations. Yes, I had 2 violations, one on April 23rd, 2018, and then again April 23rd, 2019. It's so weird how, like, exactly a year apart I got thrown in jail.
I think someone else is going to create something that's going to hurt Facebook because they've gotten so political. The freedom you used to have to do a lot of things and your freedom of speech, which is disrespectful as this is. This is actually a form of freedom of speech. Even though this person says "fuck Black Lives Matter," they're not saying hurt someone, kill someone. It's just saying "fuck it."
Right.
So is stupid as it is, this person is getting, their First Amendment, the freedom of speech.
It's crazy. Don't take advantage, y'all, because guess what? People is out here watching, recording, calling jobs, videotaping, a bunch of everything. You got a job that you like, make sure you watch what you put on social media. Yo, you know what?
So Tone said they weren't on my page. I found it on my timeline. Somebody else reported them.
Okay. Good. Keep doing it. And if you guys see anything, get it to me, because, I don't give a shit. I'll sit and... It almost seems as if I don't really have much else to do with my life and my time. But I promise, guys, you see how fast I'll be getting shit done. I will get it up here. I will expose it. I will put it out there. I'll do whatever it takes. We're going to get some damn respect one day, man.
It's happening. It's happening.
It starts with us working and trying to bond together, which I see a lot of us are doing, and we got a lot of help on each side. So that just always makes it a lot better. I'm frustrated because I keep looking at this bruise on my arm, and I see it really good today. I see it on the camera. Delaney bit me, guys. So now I got a bruise on my arm, and it's ugly. It's really ugly. I ain't get beat up. If anybody saw it and wanted to ask me about it, I promise. All right, so we had an old topic that I wanted to bring back up again. I guess we'll do the hardest part about dating you, because that generated a lot more comments outside that I wasn't able to get up that day because I didn't have it sitting up for that long. But a couple of things that people said, to me, it wouldn't sound like it would be an issue, but the very next one that I got from Davies Rahman Hossein, and he was so upset because I didn't read his, but I told him my show was already over, and I told him that I'll read it today and that he'll be able to hear me say his name. He says it's hard dating him because he pays attention to everything. He says, I am an overthinker. You cannot 65 or 85% love me. It's 100% or you can get the fuck on. Do not care how much I love you or care for you. You're going to love me just like I love you. This is the hardest thing for females to grasp when it comes to dating me. Like, nigga, you gonna love me.
Now I'm about to say, nigga, you sound like you be beating women. I'm just playing. I'm just fucking with you.
Like, you gonna love me. You gonna love this. You gonna love me. Listen.
Now, you can... I always say you can tell by a person's comment the experiences that they've had to deal with as far as relationship-wise. So it sounds like, he's dealt with some people that haven't been all in as much as he has. And you just got to catch that early, homie.
Yeah, absolutely. That's me, though. I'm an overthinker, which causes me to become insecure about a lot of shit because I don't trust you when I'm sitting home thinking to myself, like, well, what's going on,
Oh, that's true, because I was about to fuck you up the other day. All right, so...
Yo, listen, true.
I love you to death.
Listen,
no, I love you to death.
Too,
because that's the first thing I said. I'm gonna fuck her up. So fucking hard.
I come across.
I'm gonna fuck her up. Michelle put a comment in here. She's like, you can't force a man or a woman to love you because you love them. Yeah, I agree with you. And that's what we was talking about as far as him. But like I said, listen to his comment. You can tell, like, this is a guy who, when he's in something, he's in it 100%.
That's it.
And unfortunately, it sounds like he dealt with a couple of people that didn't give it as much as he was, and he was mad with it, which is true. You have every right to, but you got to catch that early and just walk off.
Yeah, absolutely. Monique Winona, she says that she's stubborn and she's quick tempered. So that's what's hard about dating her. Shout out to Lord Robinson. He said, I desire multiple partners sexually. Boom!
No, I don't know if that's a hard thing. It may be
Jeez.
not as easy to find someone who's willing to partake in that. Because
That's hard.
I tell people, it's not because I tell people this. Like we talked about your show a couple of times. You can't have a threesome if the other person isn't into the same sex. One person has to be into the same sex.
Right.
So if you're with two women but they're not touching each other, nigga, you taking turns. You know what I'm saying? It's not a threesome. So, I mean, if you like multiple people, he didn't say at one time, but it's just you want what's it, polygamy or whatever? I can never pronounce that word.
He is in a very open polygamous.
So that's what he wants.
He
He wants a polygamous situation, right?
Yeah, he is, and he's very dope for that. I love him for that. He's very open about it. Stays with the pictures on his Facebook page of both women. Looks like he loves them both equally. That's dope to me.
Hey, if they're willing to deal with it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you not forcing someone, hey, this is who I am, and they accept it and they love it. Knock yourself out.
I want a polygamous relationship, but I want it,
I don't know why you even lying, but go ahead.
I do. I want it.
We don't believe you.
I do. I want it with two men.
We don't believe you.
I do. Especially because, like, if you can find...
Well, the nigga you fucking with ain't gonna do it. So, I mean, like, it's saying, like, you gotta deal with a person who's willing to accept that. But it's a two-way street.
Oh,
if you approach him, you could do you, and I do me.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Because it's not like the person has to be there.
No.
If you're giving this person the opportunity to go out with other women, and that person can accept you going out with other men, it might work.
It might. Shout out to Melanin Brown. She says that it's hard dating her because she demands accountability at all times. Martez Bender, he says, it's hard dating him because I want my space, and at the wrong time, women can think that I'm blowing them off, and that's not the case.
Yo, it's crazy you said that. I was watching a lot of those Ask Steve shit, and there was a woman on there saying that she dated a man for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
She moved, but the guy wants to move to where she's at, and he wants to get married. But she's saying, like, I don't think she minded, but she wanted to have two separate houses. She always wanted her space.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's too much.
If that works for them.
Now, you can tell the dude wasn't into it, but he cared for her, or he loved her enough that he wanted to try to woo her, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Michael Fussell, the one that gave me the bad date. He's going to always be known every single time I read his name on any comments because he be trying so hard, and all I keep thinking about is that one bad date on my birthday where I had to pick his ass up from the hotel because his daughter had a panic attack. Anyway, he says it's hard for women to trust him. Look, I picked your ass up from a hotel on my birthday 4 hours after our reservation had already been up from having a panic attack with your 20-year-old daughter. I don't know. So, yeah, I would see where it would be hard for a woman to trust him. And then he asked me if I trust him, and I said, fuck no. And I never will. Shout out to Hassan Ali. He says, my way of life. And I asked him to elaborate. He says, being a fruit of Islam, my lifestyle varies from the average brother. I don't smoke, drink, party, or partake in any filth and debauchery that seems to be the norm. I try my utmost to live a righteous lifestyle, and my partner would have to adjust to it.
I wouldn't clap for that.
I thought this was very...
No, I fuck with him for like, this is your belief and you standing by it. But that adapting shit, you need somebody that already believes that.
Yeah.
Because someone adapted to that, them niggas are slipping, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, listen.
They're going to be taking shots when you at work, homie. Talking about his Listerine.
Yo, you're the best.
So make sure you mess with someone, that's their life too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's their life.
I get that. Shout out to Anthony Pete Thompson. He says, I'm an Aries. I'm so called mean and I peep everything and my mouth is crazy. Hands down, the worst sign to be with is an Aries. I've got 4 kids with an Aries. My baby that almost came on time but was early was supposed to be an Aries. My little daughter Paris is an Aries. Aries are mean. They are mean
You're
to
not
the
gonna tell me
core.
Paris is mean. She too adorable.
Yo, she's mean.
Nah,
Yo, Paris is. Oh my
I
god,
don't
she
see it.
talk with her hand and
She was
everything.
too adorable. Plus, she like 2 feet tall. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
My
it's too
da-
adorable.
My daughter is 10. She's built like a little 8-year-old, little 6, 7, 8-year-old. She's tiny. But I told them, I said, you know what? I have 4 kids, invested 11 years with an Aries. I said, y'all are mean. Um, I told them I went ahead to say that my daughter was gonna have to deal with a lot of domestic violence when she gets older, because she is an Aries, and it's true. Yo, I be the things that I've done to my baby's father, just like out of being so angry by the things he says. I've almost put a knife through his mouth so that it went through the back of his head so he would shut up. I had a long knife. It was like this long too, in my kitchen. I wasn't playing. So yeah, Aries. Shout out to Douglas Grace. He said the hardest part about dating him is studying patience. He has a low tolerance for stupid people and stupid things. Darlene Matos. She says these walls I'm sitting behind, girl, and that's what. Like she went on to say that she's pregnant right now.
Now I'm laughing at Michelle. She came to Paris's defense.
She did. Oh,
She was like, "No, she's not. She's opinionated."
oh my, yo, she's mean. Paris
I'm
is.
sorry, I can't see it. She's too fucking adorable. I'm sorry.
Sheesh.
She was so quiet.
Oh my God, Paris is the only well, besides Egypt now, Paris is my only black daughter. Like black, 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 not black Puerto Rican, not no mixture. And she wears it well. She's everything with the hands and the neck. And don't you tell me what I gotta do. And don't you. Even in school, like I was getting phone calls from the teachers, like she's so cute and adorable, but that attitude once it comes out, I'm like, yes. Now you see what I mean. Don't you tell me nothing, mom. I do what I want. I be like,
I can't
Only
see that
Paris.
coming out of her. I can't.
I'm telling you. And shout out to Melissa Cody. The last comment, she says she's stubborn and she's got a bad attitude.
See, this is why, like, I'm an asshole. And I tell people that all the time.
No,
You know, nah, I'm a fucking asshole. I give
you
two
are
shits.
not.
But it's just more lines of like someone said that they have an attitude. You would want to work on that shit. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, like if you know there are things that tips you off, then these are the conversations you need to have. All right, this is stuff that sets me off. Let's not try to do those things.
Right.
But for just to be bold faced, like, oh, I just got an attitude, like you're just going to be that way. That's why you're still single, boo boo.
All right. So that was it with the comments on this one. This was fun. It's not easy for someone to be able to critique themselves. It's bad enough it's hard for people to be told anything about themselves, but then to have to put yourself on the spot and come out and be honest about yourself, does that maybe help you change certain things when you're willing to admit that it's an issue?
I think it's part of the process of, because again, none of us are perfect. We're flawed creatures. We make mistakes. But the fact that you know what some of yours are, that you're willing to admit, it gives you the opportunity to start working on it.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So then I made the post 2 weeks ago, and I said we were going to do part 2 of this one because, again, because of me, it was slow being put up on Facebook. What the question was, why do women prefer older men? I read a couple of comments. That day, the last one I left off with was, again, Davies Rahman Al Hussein. He said that this happens because the sex is amazing and dynamite, and you have thoughtful, provoking conversations. Thrilling mental sex, great cooks, superb motivators, knows what she wants and goes after what she's caring about. Great opinions, has no problem being vulnerable or showing vulnerability to the right man. Deep sigh. I can go on and on. He loves older women. That's pretty good. Cedric Brown, shout out to him. He says, younger women like older men, so that because they're more likely to die first, and women can enjoy the journey and then collect. I had to remind him this is why I chose my baby daddy, because he's gonna die soon. Shout out to Danielle Charisse. She said, security, wisdom, sex is amazing, more understanding, humble, puts God first. I love my old man. So she's dating an older guy too.
Okay.
And she's younger than me. I'm complaining about 9 years. I don't know where these women are finding these great men because
Michelle says, I didn't find happiness in an older man when she was married, so I can't say a thing. The only amazing thing out of the situation was her children.
Okay. Listen, I don't have any. There's no, and like I said on the first show, I don't know if there's a limit to the age. If you got to be over 50 to be considered an older man. Delaney is 9 years older than me, and I have not yet to experience any of this stuff that anybody is saying.
I mean, I would say the age. I would base age. I would have to say age and experience. You have to have both. You can't be older and still be in the club trying to, you know what I mean? It gets crazy.
Look, you want to know what my man's idea night is?
What is it?
It's not being at home with me, hugged up, laid up. It's not being with me or the kids at home watching videos or just being a family. It's not calling Kara to come around, to tell her to come out here and cook for me and bring the kids and we go sit down by the water. His ideal night is playing cards and getting drunk with his friends or playing with the 2K. Playing 2K on that's his ideal night.
Right, but that's his happiness. And if that's
Fuck
not
that,
then that's
yo,
your
if you
problem.
got a whole fucking vagina that you know you can get whenever
Women
the hell
think
you
vagina
want.
means life. It
Yo,
fucking doesn't,
it
women.
might not. It might
It's
not.
not
But if
life.
you make your woman go through a whole 2 pregnancies without giving her sex, don't you think afterwards
That's the woman's problem for staying her ass there.
Yo, listen.
Craig says women like older men because they treat them the way they need to be instead of the way they feel at that time. At the time.
You know what? After I was gonna leave here and go to Brooklyn, but I already got the text message, so I already know what that shit is.
That's probably why your ass got an attitude now. But
it was okay all the way up until I got this text message. All I read was, "Please don't have an attitude," and I just went back to my Facebook page because I already know what it is.
He playing cards right now.
Yes,
But
he
I
is.
will say this.
Yes, he is.
You fuck with people that fuck with you. That means if we have the same ideal ways of thinking, you like this, I like that, or you like this, I don't like it, but you still can deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't like it, and that person keeps doing it, that person's not going to stop.
I basically just told him, listen, and we don't argue anymore. This has been what's worked for us. Do whatever you want. You want to be out there playing cards all night? You want to make plans with me and then push me to the side? Whatever you want to do it. But don't be mad when on a night you push me to the side to be with your niggas playing cards, I'm sucking somebody else's dick because they called me first. All right.
We know that ain't going to happen, but go ahead.
It will. It will. It will. Shout out to Darlene Montos. She says, I like to think most outgrow the player mentality when they're older. This is solid enough because some men never change their cheating ways.
I just think a lot of time it's the individual you meet. Not all men or women are created equally. And a mental is way better than a physical. But you do have other people that believe in different things.
They're all the same.
So
all men are the same.
No, they're not. We're not. You're out your everlasting mind.
All of them the same. Shout out to Mike Anthony Peterson. He says women like older men because they have daddy issues.
A lot of them, yes.
I have a feeling that my daughters are going to end up that way. I really do. I didn't have older men issues because my dad wasn't around. My dad was always in the house with my mom, but he always had a side family and was never in the country and everything else.
Maybe your middle daughter, I would say.
Huh?
Maybe your middle daughter.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Crip ain't having that shit.
I don't know.
She got a little feisty ass attitude. I don't see that happening.
But I never had daddy issues. It was more or less so I felt like I needed a guy, and I'm more closer with men now, even to this day.
Well, you
than
did
I
have
am with
you did
women.
have daddy issues. It's just not the daddy issues that everyone is used to seeing.
Okay.
Issue is an issue. Like I have mommy issues. You know, I constantly, consistently kept finding women that would disrespect me like my mother did.
Okay.
And it came a point in time when you had to break that cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Even though your father was there, you didn't have a loving household. Like we
Right.
talked about on
Yep.
one of your
Many
other
times.
shows
Oh,
about being in the house with two parent household makes things better. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. You know, at the end of the day, a loving household is a loving household, no matter if all parents are there or not.
Right. You're right.
So, you know, you did have daddy issues.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why you look for love in all the wrong places.
Oh, the wrong place. Shout out to Ronaldo Bello. He said it's experience, which also is not true because some of these motherfuckers ain't experienced.
Well, again, conversation, yo. Because, no, you can get a hold of something that be like, yo, what the fuck was that? But like I say, if you could combine the mental with a physical, and it doesn't have to be earth-shattering sex, but if you could take a person there, you take your time and be creative, yeah, it'd be great sex.
Shout out to Walt Olson. He says because older guys have so-called more to offer, which is bullshit. Because I got me one that's almost fucking 50. And
That's
he
your
ain't got
fault. But
nothing
again,
more to
there are a
offer
lot
than
of
my 21-year-old.
there's a lot of women out here who, men and women, who have established their careers. Like I think the college period, high school period should happen. I think everyone needs to go out there and get their whorish ways out of their system. So when they do hit a certain age, when you're about to graduate from college, you're ready. You have your career. You're ready to settle down and make that true household.
Yeah. Okay. And my last comment on here was from D. Wells. He says, I like older women because they're straight to the point. No games, and they be like that in bed, too. You know, that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go find me a little 23, 24-year-old boy and mold him into the way I want him to be. In fact, Tony's not that old.
I think most of y'all women got to understand, us men, we just want to be raped.
Not mine. I can't even catch up with mine.
We want to be raped.
Mine be making me feel like I be violating him. I don't even know where to touch him or how to touch him anymore.
Like I told you, I got mad love for you, but you continue to try to put that square peg in that triangle hole. I look at your post and I laugh because I said I'd give it a week.
A week?
No, I'm saying when you make a post and, oh, my baby, and oh, man. I said give it a week.
We've been good. We've been really, really good.
No, it hasn't.
We're talking about
No, it
marriage
hasn't.
and everything.
No, it hasn't. You keep covering what you want.
She was watching
To
too.
make-
Told me I look nice.
I feel it. You keep covering what you want up to make other people happy, and that's why I tell you, eventually your true self comes out because you're going to keep that down for so long. So if we keep doing things over and over, and I'm not getting the things that I like and the things that I love, I can only cover it up but so far.
I had a breakdown last show. You forgot?
Huh?
Remember I had a breakdown on the show?
Yeah.
It happened. I had a breakdown that day. Something is going to have to happen in order for me to have a complete total breakdown. It's coming.
Well, that's you. I mean, it's what you want. I tell people what they have to understand.
not what I want,
Relationships are easy. We complicate them. Either we work, we don't work. You're going to be there, you're not going to be there. Again, it's all about your situation, and you've been open and honest about your life, so I'm not putting anything out there that's not there. You have almost an NFL team,
Yes.
and you want to settle down with at least one of them.
Yes.
But your problem is you gotta understand, like, not saying that you won't have kids in the future, but this one is just not gonna. And I don't know, dude. I saw him once. I don't got nothing against him, but what you want and what he want is two different things.
I tell him this all the time.
No, see, it's not what you tell him, because it's obviously
We're
the
not
man
on the
is
same page.
he's showing you, and you're the one that's just not getting it, and you're trying to force his hand to make it work, and he'll show you a little something for a couple of days, and he goes back to who he truly is.
Yeah.
But he's shown you this already.
Yeah.
Craig says if a female don't want to take it from a man, she don't really want him. You ain't lying.
I ain't
Craig,
raping nobody.
women just don't understand.
Listen,
Niggas get tired of making the first move.
I'm a Virgo.
Bitch, rape me, strip my clothes off. I want to be able to throw my boxes in the trash the next morning because you done tore them shits up.
I'm a Virgo. I like to be. You want something from me? Don't ever wait for me to be the first person to initiate it. The only time I ever initiate things is when I'm pissed. Other than that, I wait for them to come to me.
You got to find the right person on the same page. Again, you want what's not going to happen. And I give dude credit. He's told you that already. You're just not listening. So he's not a bad guy because he's told you.
How did he tell me?
He's shown you.
Oh, yeah.
When we talk about, I don't care what a person tell me. It's what they showed me.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like L's comment. He done shown you up and down. Up and down. What he wants. Like you were looking forward to it, and he would rather spend time with his boys.
Yeah.
You're not as important as you should be in that relationship.
Right. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I could still be Seabiscuit on somebody else's face. So if that doesn't make him get it together,
Prove it. Stop talking about it. Prove it.
I will. I ain't pregnant no more. I got a little bit more of a of a groove thing going on. All right, guys. That is my show for this week. I did have plans for right after the show, but I actually just got dissed. So I'm going home to enjoy the rest of my Saturday night and my bottle
Well,
of
at least you
Hennessy.
save money.
You know.
You get the money back from when you get in the house.
I do save money. I do. But, prepared for something completely different.
Understood.
But, guys, I'll be back next week, 7 o'clock. Do this again. If there are anything you want to talk about, maybe next week we'll have Craig call in.
Craig,
Craig.
do me a favor, Craig. He has your...
No,
info?
I'll give him... Craig, inbox me.
We're going to
now.
do your topic tomorrow, Craig, and you're going to call in.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me, let's talk about what you want to talk
Right.
about. We'll have you call in.
And you can call in.
Text
We'll
me,
have
I'll
that
give
show.
you my number.
Absolutely. The problem with females is they don't think men want the same thing they want when it comes to sexy. It's just men. It's just men too tough. Again, men don't want to lead every fucking time. It gets boring. You want it just as much as I want it. Let's go. You want to poke your ass out, bitch. Let's go.
Listen,
Fuck your
I
ass
ain't
out.
raping nobody. If you want it, you better come at me. I ain't doing
He said
that.
he'll hit you up.
I don't like rejection. I don't like any of that shit. And Delaney's the same as that. I think that might be a Virgo thing. Like, he be waiting for me, I be waiting for him. I guess we just gonna be waiting for each other, and that's just how it is.
Yeah,
I never had a problem with any of this shit before.
that's
It
your
used to
fault.
be-
You don't want to have this show with me right here. You want to go home or have this conversation with somebody else? Because you already know me.
I'm not gonna- Don't listen to him.
You already know me.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Craig, I'll be waiting to hear from you in my inbox. I'll send you my phone number, and we'll try to come up with a topic.
Make
for
sure we
next
get a
week.
photo too, Craig, so I can put your photo up.
Yeah, we'll throw the photo up, and then you can do some promotion and get your peoples to watch it.
Shout out.
Shout out. All right, guys. As always, stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Keep your hands clean. We're all in this together, man. Jersey is almost back open. I can't wait. I'll see you guys next week. Take it easy.